So I'm just going to read the three perils of the vision of George Washington, which is in the Library of Congress. You can find out the people that were involved. This was all about. So this George Washington was known to do a lot of praying, especially at the Valley Forge. And so this is where this all happened. And so a visitor has come into his room. He has said not to be disturbed. And yet this visitor, who doesn't speak except for saying the same thing, stands there, and it paralyzes George Washington. And so I'm just going to read from the start of the first peril. So the first great peril. Presently I heard a voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." While at the same time my visitor extended her arm eastward, I now beheld a heavy white vapor at some distance rising fold upon fold. This gradually dissipated, and I looked upon a strange scene before me. Lay spread out in one vast plain all the countries of the world, Europe, Asia, Africa, and America. I saw rolling and tossing between Europe and America the billows of the Atlantic, and between Asia and America lay the Pacific. "Son of the Republic," said the same mysterious voice as before, "look and learn." At that moment I beheld a dark, shadowy being, like an angel, standing, or rather floating, mid-air between Europe and America. Dipping water out of the ocean in the hollow of each hand, he sprinkled some upon America with his right hand, while with his left he cast some over Europe. Immediately a cloud arose from these countries and joined in mid-ocean. For a while it remained stationary, and then it moved slowly westward until it enveloped America in its murky folds. Sharp flashes of lightning gleamed through it at intervals, and I heard the smothering groans and cries of the American people. This was probably a vision of the War of Independence. The second great peril. A second time the angel dipped water from the ocean and sprinkled it out as before. The dark cloud was then drawn back to the ocean, in whose heaving billows it sank from view. A third time I heard the mysterious voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." I cast my eyes upon America and beheld villages and towns and cities springing up one after another until the whole land, from the Atlantic to the Pacific, was dotted with them. Again I heard the mysterious voice say, "Son of the Republic, the end of the century comes. Look and learn." And this time the dark, shadowy angel turned his face southward. From Africa I saw an ill-omened specter approach our land. It flitted slowly and heavily over every town and city of the latter. The inhabitants presently set themselves in battle array against each other. As I continued looking, I saw a bright angel on whose brow rested a crown of light, on which was traced the word Union. He was bearing the American flag. He placed the flag between the divided nation and said, "Remember, you are brethren." Instantly the inhabitants, casting down their weapons, became friends once more and united around the national standard. This was probably the peril of the Civil War. Third and most fearful peril. Again I heard the mysterious voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." At this, the dark, shadowy angel placed a trumpet to his mouth and blew three distinct blasts, and taking water from the ocean, he sprinkled it upon Europe, Asia, and Africa. Then my eyes beheld a fearful scene. From each of these continents arose thick black clouds that were soon joined into one, and throughout this mass there gleamed a dark red light, by which I saw hordes of armed men. These men, moving with the cloud, marched by land and sailed by sea to America, which country was enveloped in the cloud, in the volume of cloud. And I dimly saw these vast armies devastate the whole country and the villages and towns and cities which I had seen springing up. As my ears listened to the thundering of the cannon, clashing of the swords, and the shouts and cries of millions in mortal combat, I again heard the mysterious voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." Where the voice had ceased, the dark, shadowy angel placed this trumpet once more to his mouth and blew a long and fearful blast. Heaven intervenes. Instantly a light, as of 1,000 suns, shone down from above me, and pierced and broke into fragments the dark cloud which enveloped America. At the same moment, the angel upon whose head still shone the word Union, and who bore our national flag in one hand and a sword in the other, descended from the heavens, attended by legions of white spirits. These immediately joined the inhabitants of America, who I perceived were well nigh overcome, but who immediately, taking courage again, closed up their broken ranks and renewed the battle. Again, amid the fearful noise of conflict, I heard the mysterious voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." As the voice ceased, the shadowy angel for the last time dipped water from the ocean and sprinkled it onto America. Instantly the dark cloud rolled back, together with the armies it had brought, leaving the inhabitants of the land victorious. Then, once I beheld again the villages, towns, and cities springing up where I had seen them before, while the bright angel planting the azure standard he had brought in the midst of them cried with the loud voice, "While the stars remain and the heavens send down dew upon the earth, so long shall the reunion last." And taking from his brow the crown on which ablazed the word Union, he placed it upon the standard, while the people, kneeling down, said, "Amen." The interpretation: the scene instantly began to fade and dissolve, and I at last saw nothing but the rising, curling vapor I at first beheld. This also disappeared, and I found myself once more gazing upon the mysterious visitor, who in the same voice I had heard before said, "Son of the Republic, what you have seen is thus interpreted. 3 great perils will come upon the Republic. The most fearful for her is the third, but the whole world united shall not prevail against her. Let every child of the Republic learn to live for his God, his land, and Union." With these words, the vision vanished, and I started from my seat, and I felt I had seen a vision wherein had been shown to me the birth, the progress, and the destiny of the United States. Such, my friends, the venerable narrator concluded, were the words I heard from Washington's own lips, and America will do well to profit by them. So, people can disregard that, but do that at your own peril.